CG News coming back at you this week. My name is Nick Pearson, and
I'm Christian Derrick.
Good to have you back with us. Like every week, actually we're going to have something new this week. We're going to have a riddle of the week, and then the next week after that, the next week, we upload the next news. We're going to have the answer for that riddle. So you're going to have a whole week to find the answer. But the fun fact of today is a sheep, a duck, and a rooster were the first passengers in a hot air balloon in 1873. Very interesting fact.
Yeah.
Christian is going to start us off with, I'll let him take it over from here.
So starting off, we have international news. So this week in Orlando, Florida, a woman has boarded a plane without a ticket. They don't know how she got on the plane, but she was scanned before she got on the plane, but she didn't have a ticket. That was at Delta Airlines, and they apologized to all the passengers for the delay they had because of that woman not having a ticket. They have no idea how she got on there. Everybody on the board was rescanned as a precaution, make sure there was no illegal, harmful objects on that plane. So Nick will take you over to
kind of staying with the whole international news and whatnot. There was a story about how one suspect in Kansas, there was a bar shooting in Kansas, and that left 4 men dead and 5 people injured and had been arrested, and another suspect has been identified, police says. Javier Altorre, age 23, and he was arrested late Sunday afternoon in Kansas City, Missouri, said a news release from the police department in Kansas City. Police are searching for the second suspect, Hugo Villanueva Morales, something like that, age 29, and he said he is said to be armed and dangerous. Both have been charged with 4 counts of murder in first degree, and their bonds have been set at $1 million each. So that's interesting. Christian is going to go on with school upcoming events and whatnot, so he's going to take it from there.
Yep. So heading into the weekend, we'll actually have a 3-day weekend, not having school on October 14th. It will be an in-service day. Moving on to Tuesday, there will be a junior/senior high vocal concert 7 p.m. That's when it's starting, so make sure they're ready to watch. Nothing on Wednesday scheduled here. Thursday, it's going to be a loaded day. We have the Wheat State League cross country. The location for that is yet to be determined. 4:30 p.m. that day, we'll have the junior high volleyball versus Little River. And at 6 p.m. we'll have junior high football versus Little River also. Those will both be home. 18th, we'll have a half day because it'll be the end of the first 9 weeks. So we've made 9 weeks into school. And we'll also have high school football at Solomon starting kickoff at 7 p.m.
Another big thing today, we did not have any notes for this, but today is homecoming. And I don't know if you know it, but I'm going to list the candidates for you. And the 2 candidates that have won will be announced at halftime of today's football game against Gossel, and it is at home. The candidates are Landon Everett, Alexa Birch, Brayley Doman, Kinzer Colgan, Nick Pearson, and JC Mastery. And the way I said those are the pairs that they have. And like I said, those names will be announced come halftime tonight at the football game. But staying with football, this is the district review, kind of like where the standings are of other teams in our district, or in Canton-Galva's district. As we head into the week 6 of high school football tonight, the Eagles remain on top of the 8-man Division I rankings going into homecoming. The rankings for District 4, which is what Canton-Galva is in, Canton-Galva is ranked number 1, Gossel 2, Bennington 4, Peabody Burns is 5, Solomon 5, Harrington 6. Canton-Galva number 1 will play against number 2 Gossel tonight for homecoming. So that game will kind of go along, because right now Gossel is headed into this game 4-1 and Canton-Galva is 5-0. So if Gossel were to beat Canton-Galva tonight, it would be kind of like a tie for first at that moment, and then all the other teams would have to it kind of depend. But let's hope for a CG win come tonight. And number 5, Solomon will be playing at Harrington, which they are ranked number 6. The upcoming games for the Eagles, next Friday, October 18th, they will play Solomon at Solomon. And then the next week after that, October 25th, they will be playing Harrington, and that's senior night. So in 2 weeks, we'll take on Harrington at home for senior night. And that's how the district is working for Canton-Galva. So that's done and over with. I'm going to kind of stay with Canton-Galva and homecoming events and whatnot, because last Sunday, or the Sunday prior to this, there was an Ironman volleyball game and also a powder puff game. And Ironman volleyball, which is basically just men's volleyball type of thing, it was split up into there was 2 teams, but then the 2 teams were really big, so they split those teams up into 4. I'm not really going to name the names of the teams. I'll just say like a captain of each team. So they had Landon Everett's team, my team, like Nick Pearson's team, Jay Nightingale's team, or Kinzer's team, and then who's the other team?
Tyson's team. That's way knows.
And I'm not sure what the other team was, and mine and Landon's team, we were like the red team, and then Jay and the other team that I don't know was like the blue team. And both red teams beat the blue teams, except for one time. Landon's team lost to the blue team, but overall the red team won. My team was undefeated. The red team went 1-1, and one of the blue teams went 0-2, and one of them went 1-1. So overall, the red team won that. It was actually really fun. There was a lot of rule violations from us because we don't know how to play volleyball. But then after that, we went outside the football field to do the powder puff game. We all had a meal prior to that. It was really good. Pulled pork. I don't know who made that, but shout out to you because that was really freaking good.
Delicious.
And the powder puff teams, myself, Braden Collins, and Brandon, we were the coaches of one team. And then Landon, Keaton, and Jay were the coaches of the other team. And yet again, my team took home the win. It was like 26-0 or something like that. It was really fun. It really was. It really was. Yeah, that was last year. Landon's team actually beat my team. I don't remember what the score was, but it was like 6-18. I don't know, but I wanted to win this year, and we did, and it was awesome. But enough with that type of stuff. Next, we're going to show an interview I recently had with Landon Everett, which if any of you guys know, he's also a volunteer fireman, and we were really curious to kind of see some of his stuff. And later, we'll kind of right now we're just going to show a clip here in a little bit of kind of what the interview was like. But then prior, we're going to show the full interview at one point. I don't know when that's going to be, but right now we'll show that clip real quick.
It was probably the first car accident I went on, and after we got him out and everything, how happy they were that someone was there to help him, how good that felt that we helped him.
All right. Now Christian's gonna have a recap and coming up events. I think it's actually just honestly a recap of last week. So he's gonna tell you about last week's sports.
Recapping last week's action on the court, trails, and field. Let's get started with the high school volleyball team. So on Tuesday, they traveled to Center and played the host as well as the Eagles from Elyria Christian, defeating both opponents on the night. Then on Saturday, they hosted the CG Invitational where they finished 4th. Dropped the first match to the winners of the day, the Halstead Dragons, before beating Sunrise Christian and Solomon to get out of pool play. Then dropped the semifinal to Little River and then the 3rd place match to the Wichita Warriors. Junior high volleyball hosted Harrington and Elyria in a triangular on Thursday, which meant a late night fall. A team dropped in straight sets to both Harrington and Elyria after a slow start. They finished the evening strong, playing some of the best so far this season, but could not get over the edge to force a win. Cross country is back on the trails at Harvey County East on Thursday, also known as Berrien. Morgan Becker again took second in the varsity race and broke his own school record. for the second week in a row. Christian Dara finished 8th and also set a new PR. Sophia finished 30th in the girls varsity race.
Congrats for that.
Thank you. Ethan Unruh was 24th and Isaiah Patton 33rd in the JV race. Aaliyah Perez 5th and Sarah Kendall 8th in the girls JV race. Moving on to junior high football, continued to be dominant as they ended their 4th game of the year at half. The opening kickoff was returned for a touchdown by the Railers.
That's the 5th game.
5th game, okay. But that was the only success they had on the night. Lane McManus had 6 touchdowns in the route, and the Eagles won by a score of 52-6. Friday night, the Eagles traveled to Peabody to face the Warriors and again showed why they are one of the favorites for a deep run into November. It was 56-0 at half, which ended the game. The Eagles forced 5 turnovers and allowed a total of 30 yards of total offense while racking up over 250 yards of their own.
Yep, CG football is doing pretty good, and CG volleyball is on the come up. They're doing pretty good, and they're doing better each week, and it's really fun to watch sometimes. Like I said, the riddle of the week, remember this. We're going to have it at the end of each video, or close to the end of each video. And you guys are going to have to think of the answer come next week.
Yep.
So, the riddle is, the more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Like I said, that answer will be revealed next week. So, good luck to your research and find it.
I'm Avery Nichols, and today I'm going to be doing the weather. Okay, Friday, it's going to be sunny, high 50, low 31. On Saturday, it's going to be sunny, high 67, low 39. Sunday, it's going to be sunny, high 66, low 42. On Monday, it's going to be mostly sunny, high 72, low 47. On Tuesday, it's going to be sunny, high 62, low 37. On Wednesday, it's going to be mostly sunny, high 59, low 43. Thursday, it's going to be mostly sunny, high 68, low 59. And this is the weather for CG News.
And I think that wraps it up for us. So, we'll see you next week.